Hello everyone. Uh, I just wanted to show a simple little build that I usually do, like whenever I'm just starting World, since it's simple and easy and, doesn't require much effort. Um, and basically all it is just like, the main, it composes of stone, wood, and glass. "15 blocks is good to start with. Boom. You have a little surface. Start building on. So I usually put down a crafting table. Sure. I build 2 doors. We build 3 blocks up and 3 blocks outwards. That. I'm gonna do that for both sides. We place the doors in the middle of these little platforms we've made. What I usually do is I usually build these 4 up, which gives it a bit of character. Makes it seem like more of a home. And at this point, I usually flatten out the outside. What I'm gonna do, because I would do this, and I'd finish this first little part before starting the roof. This is just the first little part that I'm gonna do. What I do on this 4th layer is I also build about 2 blocks out. So far it looks a bit odd, but it should eventually become to look a bit better. Now, I like to use wood for the floors, just because I think it looks a lot prettier and a lot neater than stone brick. I put a little 3-block gap here, but it just looks a lot nicer. Yeah, and then boom, you have this little area down here. If you wanted to finish it right now, you could. So boom, you'd have a singular house. Then you also have this little top area. What I usually do with the top area is I first start doing 4 blocks at a time, making it go up. Something to note is that NPCs will get stuck on this block right here. When you do that, for some reason they get stuck there when it's sloped. And I did not know that. So, if I were you, I'd probably remove it if you want functionality over looks, but I like it looking pretty. So, this is what I usually go with. So, I do this. And I usually go up until I reach somewhere close to the midpoint. Then I start building on this side so that I don't accidentally overbuild on either side. And then, what I do from here is I just take everything and I smoothen it with the hammer. But I don't smooth the top. The top will not be smooth. Besides that, everything else should be sloped. And you're giving yourself just a very pretty house from this. Now, I personally do not like to slope these little edges down here. Just doing that makes it look a bit weird right there, doesn't look too connected. So, I usually keep those blocky. After this, boom, it's like that. Now, what I do on the top is I just, boom, just makes it a little bit prettier in my opinion. Now, you can either use stone or wood platforms. I usually use wood or white team platforms. And I put either on each side of the house, and I place a torch on it. To me, that looks very pretty. And for some of the build that I have done before, I've decided to make an area that is very like this, just flat out of nowhere, and just place a few torches. In my opinion, it does look very interesting and pretty. Now, you can do any wall design that you want from here, but I personally like to do a little thing where I use gray brick on the outside, and then I fill it up with wood a small bit. And after I fill it up with wood, I use glass. So I like to do these kind of semi-complex-ish pattern. They're not too complex. And you also may be wondering why I didn't fill that in with gray brick. That's because I think it's a very interesting vibe when you have this go from the bottom to being somewhere, you know, just else. It connects, and I think that looks very pretty in my opinion. Then what you do from here, just flatten all this out, make sure it's all even, do all this, just fill the edges in with wood, and then fill the middle in with glass. Then, before I do anything else, I do want to do this. That's just a little something else that I do. And then the rest of this is just filling it in with wood. And then filling it in with glass. And then boom. There you go. You have a little house. And you know, it's pretty fast to build, and it looks a lot better than just little square boxes. So definitely something that I'd say that you try out. And this is also 2 rooms, because up here, this also is suitable for living. Chair and table, housing, boom, suitable. Here's my main world for reference. As you can see, there's a lot of builds that stem off of that one little thing. I'm still not done with this build. I definitely have a lot more to go, especially with the little trophy that I have down here. But this is my main world. I'm still trying to finish up the build. But yeah, I really hope that you eat this.